Okay. Hold on, wait. This is the National Weather Service right now. There's these. I haven't really checked too much on these, but these are just thunderstorms. They're not discrete supercells, really. These are supercells. That's low 60, mid 60. That's bad. Same right there. These have been the main focus on that. They've been having tornadoes. Bunch more too. There's multiple sources I'm just gonna be using throughout this coverage. Precipitation. Okay, that's not bad. Let's turn the radar on. Okay. This is what I'm looking at here. What the? Okay. So right now this is over Creston, Afton, Murray. What in the world? This does not look good. Neither does that. Ooh, that's not. That doesn't look good. That's strong rotation. That's really strong rotation. Hold on. Oh my gosh. That looks bad. That looks... Man, that's not much rotation. That one's definitely rotating. That was hooking and it kind of just stopped. I'm looking at this. But this is also on the brim of the storm, so this might not be too strong. This could be because it's closer to the supercell. Or this is the supercell, but this is closer to the center of the supercell, which means it's stronger. So let's see. Active storms. Storm reports. What are we having? Well then, let's check wind. Wind stream right now. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So it is rotating. Okay, there's a couple things that could happen here. So what I'm looking at in this supercell, this could turn into a tornado. You see this? Is the wind's rotating with it, so that's rotation. This is rotation too, so I was right about this one too. This is rotation. That's not really rotation. This is not much rotation. It's kind of pulling it this way, but it's not strong enough to make a tornado. Those are my big concerns right there. And we go check this super. Okay, this might be a tornado right now. You see that center? Everything around it's stronger and that weaker center. I wonder if that's a funnel. I wonder if that's a touchdown tornado. It is all pushing this way with that rotation. I wonder if that's a touchdown right now. So all this blue is showing where hail is. So this hail is all throughout this triangle. So as you can see, there's lots of big hail right here. There's some bad lightning. No tornado warnings, bunch of severe thunderstorm warnings, and thunderstorm warning topics. It's starting to come out of Wisconsin though, which is a good thing. Wisconsin, bro, what am I? Iowa right now. It's just kind of dead center and it keeps moving that way, eastern. So hopefully that will be out soon, actually. So these are severe thunderstorms. See, down here, these are the biggest supercells and strongest supercells. But like up here, okay, that's a pretty strong supercell. They may not have the strongest supercells, but it's got the most supercells. Okay, I'm worried about this. That looks weird too. These two look weird. Okay, that's bad. That's dead center of the supercell. See that bad rotation? Also worried about that too. So this is your current tornado chances right now. So for today, what's happening right now, there's 5% chance right here. The main storms we're watching is about right here now. That's 2% chance. If I were this 5% chance would be like, hold on. I would put a 10% chance, like kind of almost like that. Not that far down, kind of like that. 5% chance around the brim and 2% chance like all through here. This is what's currently happening. And this is going to be tomorrow. So it's almost like a French right. I would put a 10% right here. 5%. Not much further around it. And then the rest 2%. It's just this is right in that tornado alley. Oklahoma's the worst for tornadoes. Yes, that low pressure system's right there. This is that current storm right now. Let's check up here. Yeah, that's supercell. Okay, that's... Okay, this supercell is worrying me. See what the rotation is? There's almost no lightning. Just kind of makes me feel weird. Where is it? Hold on. Okay, there's not much rain either. That's weird. That's not too good. Let's actually check up here. Hold on. Nope, oh, that's not good. Okay, so that's for here. That's a tornado warning. Okay, so there's a tornado warning. That's a new tornado. I was more worried about this right here, but all this through here also is in this area, so let's turn off radar. Okay, so we got storm tracks on it. Let's turn down the opacity bunch. You're anywhere through anywhere. I would even suggest, okay, it's moving north though, so I'm not gonna watch that. You're in Duncan, Gardner, anywhere in this tornado warning, you're anywhere in here. There's Gardner, 20th Street. If you're anywhere in this tornado warning, seek shelter away from windows, lowest floor of your building, your house, whatever you're in, or the lowest center part of your building. If you don't have floors, get into the very center of your building. Get away from windows. It doesn't look that strong of rotation though, which is a good thing. So that's the rotation that started. It was through there. Let's see the wind that started that. Okay. I would say this is probably a EF0, but it can still cause damage, so do not get out of shelter. Definitely still seek shelter. So they're saying it can be if you're anywhere in this red outline, seek shelter in there. I'm kind of worried about up here. Up here's looking weird. It's not looking too comforting. These scattered storms. You see all this rotation? That's rotation. That's rotation. That's rotation. That's rotation. That's a supercell rotation. That's what causes tornadoes the most. But these outward rotations can combine and make it strong enough to make the supercell rotate. Yeah, see this? That means it went from this, spun all the way around. So it was this, it went to this. So we're at this right now. So that might be something I'm trying to form. I'm worried about up here, maybe somewhere through here. Not too much down here. There's not a whole ton of rotation. Yeah, see, there's not much. Yeah, there might. Oh, never mind. That's problematic. See that tail on the end of it? That's not good. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. You know what that is? This is spinning that way. This is spinning that way. This is a big, and that's a dry out zone. This doesn't look good. I don't really like the way this looks. This is spinning out this way. This is spinning out this way. I don't like the way that looks. That's right in the center of that supercell. I don't like the way this looks either. But also watching up here, through here, up here and through here. Let's check if there's. Yeah. Oh, there's just now something. Okay, so that's when it's still going. This one's what we're on right now. I was more worried about through here, not through here, but never underestimate. Okay, so that's the rotation is starting that. But see that wind? I don't know. Okay, never mind. I can see that now. That's right through here. See that center core right there in this? Okay, I guess that could be. So if you're anywhere okay, so your strongest winds right now in this zone is around 60. You're anywhere in Rock Falls, not so much there. If you're in Elk Mound, Rock Falls, County Road, Dairyland Road, Fall City, anywhere in there, Elk Creek Lake, around that area, seek shelter away from windows. Very center of your building, lowest floor of the building. This looks like it's probably another weak tornado, but it's still tornadic rotation, so don't underestimate it. I mean, even an F0 can cause damage. Okay, so both these warnings are still here. No more warnings though. Look at all this lightning. It's in there, Wisconsin. Oh boy. There it is. This is a very high populated area. Airport's right next to it. This, you see this pure wind shear coming up? This could be a little bit of a stronger tornado. Okay, now this might be a little bit more serious type tornado. Hold on. So, if you are anywhere in, oh boy, there's a hospital right in that warning. If you're anywhere Marshfield, doesn't matter if you're not in this red triangle, tornado can change direction very quick. Marshfield, you're in near the Wildland Zoo, County Highway, Alder Road, Marshall Medical Center, Veterans Peakway, anywhere through here, seek shelter immediately. Very center of your building, lowest floor of your building. That seems a little meh. That seems a little worse than the others that are happening right now. that's all we're gonna do today. I'll post an update. Might stream later if it gets worse. But okay, never mind. Hold on. This will be the last one. It says this is from down in Iowa. Here we go. Yep. That's the supercell I was worried about. Okay. Yep. That's what I was worried about right there. This down here. So it's right in here. That's this tornadic rotation. That's that supercell that I was talking about. That's why, yeah, okay, this could be a little bit stronger tornado. This might be more something serious. That looks very strong. Oh boy. Okay, that's not good. See this line? That squiggly line? See how this wind being pulling in like that? And also being pushed off? This is where that tornado is. You're anywhere in Murray, Iowa, Lick Street, Gillibross Avenue, on at Oakwood, anywhere through there, seek shelter immediately, get away from windows, all that, you know the drill. Just stay away from those windows and stuff. I might stream later, post anything if it gets worse, but that's all we got for now.